should be watching pro wrestling or something. Monday Night Raw. But it's only August 18th. Tribute mix to a Grand Mixer Nastiness who died this past February. I think I'll use some AI to recreate his voice. Way to get a civil complaint against someone that's being kidnapped. If someone's out asking you questions that are ludicrous, they get a civil complaint. Like say someone's harassing you and someone you're talking to is asking you, well, what do you expect to get out of it? I mean, what do you expect to happen? That's ludicrous. So you get to own all their property and themselves and their soul for hate speech, hate crimes. No one asks, what do you expect to happen? In fact, if you're talking to your lawyer and you're going on about how somebody was abusing you, and they ain't quite as into what you're saying as it should be, putting you on blast, or belittling you, badgering you, mocking you, asking, did he say it with bass in his voice? And try to manipulate you to have their conversation, or whatever. Trying to only get it under their rules and regulations, not your rules and regulations. Or trying to stymie you in any way. You just own all that lawyer's relations, him, his soul, all his property, and the soul of all the KKK members who support him. Nobody talks to anybody that way when it's real. You don't even have to complete a sentence when it's real. And the only way you could attempt to defeat a civil complaint is the legal way. You got to use hate speech to defeat a civil complaint. So when you go through in the simulator and try to beat a hate speech put on for a setting of do not allow hate speech, and you discover that they can't win. Only you win. In fact, if you disallow hate speech, they have to settle out of court immediately. Thus, you can put lawsuits on anybody hundreds and zillion times a day, and they just settle out of court immediately. Then it's a civil matter. You can sue for the same thing 10,000 times. They got to settle immediately. You never go to trial, never do anything. You never get bothered. Looking at the gas prices. Even if the gas prices had their taxes, the gas would only be like $1.50 per gallon if we weren't getting gas rate. And you could pay $1.50 per gallon. It was 99 cents a gallon before 9/11. Increase some taxes, get it to $1.50. No one cares about that, so no one cares about no gas taxes. Gas taxes are now what's keeping the prices at $4. People not getting along is what's keeping the gas prices artificially high. They're not loving. If a certain person was loving, and the other person reciprocated, we could get the gas price down to less than $2. Back down to that 99% 1990 price that it used to be back in the day. But yeah, it's end days, end times for the price of milk the same as a day's wages. Now, of course, that's Bible talk, but if you knew all the people getting thrown out of their apartments, it's at a record high in houses, and then no law is going to save you, because if you ain't paying rent, ain't living in that house. And they just said that houses for under $1,000 are getting increasingly harder to find. I overshot.